Welcome everyone, Crazy here. Today we just got a brand new teaser for Dead by Daylight's next chapter, so I'm gonna go ahead and play that teaser and I'll be right back. And I am back. So yeah, as you just saw, we are in fact getting Dungeons & Dragons as the next chapter for Dead by Daylight. In the teaser itself, we see a Beholder, which is an enemy from Dungeons & Dragons. Some might think that this would be the next killer, but I don't think it is. I think it still is going to be Vecna like the leak said, and I have a good theory for that later on here. As for the Beholder, they probably show this in the trailer, because I would imagine it could either be a power for Vecna, or it can be featured on a possible brand new map as just a kind of set dressing on the map itself. So as for Vecna and my theory for that actually being the killer of this chapter, first of all, of course the original leaks did in fact state that we would be getting Vecna from Dungeons & Dragons, and this next chapter is Dungeons & Dragons, so that already is a lot of evidence. But I have even more evidence here. On the official Dungeons & Dragons YouTube channel, they posted this teaser that I just showed you, and in the YouTube tags, which normally are kind of hidden to everybody, but if you have certain apps or go on certain websites, you can actually see what these tags are. I actually did that, and you can see a lot of interesting things that were tagged on this video. So obviously the main one is Vecna is in fact tagged, meaning it is more than likely that Vecna is the next killer. What's also interesting is they also tagged a ton of different Dungeons & Dragons games. I'm not sure if this means anything, but it is kind of interesting because games such as Baldur's Gate 3 are actually listed here. I think that would be pretty cool to get some characters from Baldur's Gate 3 as maybe a survivor, or even just legendary skins. Of course, those could just be there because they are in fact Dungeons & Dragons games and relates to their channel, but I still thought it was interesting. If this does end up being Vecna from Dungeons & Dragons, I thought it would be a really cool idea if we got a legendary or visceral rarity skin for Vecna, which turns him into the Stranger Things version of Vecna. This would be really cool because we would get the best of both worlds here. And with Stranger Things finally being back in Dead by Daylight, I think it makes perfect sense. Regardless of what this ends up being, I am very excited to see this full reveal and see everything included. And do keep in mind that that will be happening on May 14th because we will be getting a live stream and also the actual PTB for this chapter. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and I hope you're all excited. Before I end the video here though, I actually have a couple interesting things I would like to talk about. First of all, you can use code INFULLBLOOM for a badge and a banner that you can see on screen here. Also, there is a brand new set of Twitch drop rewards, which include 2 different banners and a badge. This will be starting on May 14th, the day of the live stream and PTB, so do keep your eyes peeled for that. If you're not already registered, you can actually check my link down below, and I have a link where you can register for the Twitch drops. Dead by Daylight also sent out an email which has this in the email itself, and it gives a layout of all the different things they'll talk about in the anniversary livestream on May 14th. A lot of these we kind of already figured, but I am very excited to see that Year 9 roadmap. Another thing that we all kind of guessed would happen, but it's just nice to have this confirmation, it does seem that the casting of Frank Stone is going to be featured in this anniversary livestream in some way, as they are actually teasing it on their official Twitter account. So yeah, I would probably expect maybe a release day or even just a new trailer showing more gameplay or something like that. And lastly, they did in fact give a rundown of the next update. There's not too much to talk about in this, so I'll just leave a link to the full patch notes down below so you can all check it out for yourself if you were curious. Anyways, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, a like and a subscribe would be super helpful. And as always, hope you all have a wonderful day and stay safe in the fog, everybody.